Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here. I really like my makeup today. She's glary. I've been using the RMS highlighters, the Living Luminizers. I think that's what they're called. And I previously was like kind of not an RMS girly because a lot of it is coconut oil based, like their concealers, their bronzers, like everything is coconut oil based, which tends to make me break out. But the highlighters are just so sheer and beautiful that I've been really pinpointing them on my nose and cheeks. I don't typically break out right here, so I feel like it's working for me. They also just released some powder blushes that are absolutely stunning. So we'll talk about those. But today we will not be talking about anything good. We are actually going to be talking about some previous recent fails that I have unfortunately discovered over the past month that I wanted to share with you, just in case you either wanted my opinion on them, you were thinking about purchasing this product, or you've heard me talk about it in a past video where I've been like, I didn't like this. Typically at a time like this, I would do my favorites and flops, but honestly, because of my time with COVID and everything that's gone on in the past month, which if you haven't seen that video, I did an empties video with a little bit of life updates in there. Basically, my favorites for the month were the entire Rhode collection, the skincare collection. So I'm just gonna do a dedicated review on that line so you guys can get a good feel on it, but spoiler alert, I absolutely love it. I really did not wear much makeup during June because I had COVID and I was sick, so what we're gonna talk about is fails. And if you don't like fails, videos, you might as well just leave now. Definitely not saying that these brands are fails, but just these particular products did not work for me. You already know that. Everybody's skin is different. Everything is different. But if you tend to like what I like, which is like a glowy, dewy look that's not too sticky, good for sensitive and acne prone skin, or if you're like me and you're stinky, keep on watching. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so I want to start with something that I don't have with me or else I will forget about it. I had to write it down. Okay, so the first thing that I actually have given away to a friend already don't have with me. So most of the things that I consider fails, I try and give to a friend or to my mom or to someone so that it's actually used or I return it. But in most cases, I'm giving it to a friend. So in this case, it was the Rose Inc. brand new highlighters. These were cream highlighters. She actually released highlighters and cream blushes recently, and I really like the Rose Inc. blushes. They're very pretty. They're very sort of middle of the road when it comes to feel. A little less malleable than like the Tower 28 blushes, but a little bit less matte than like a powder blush. It's a cream blush. Very nice standard cream blush. The colors that she created were absolutely beautiful. So I was excited to see the blushes and the bronzers, but for some reason I can't like fully connect to this brand. Like I really want to be super excited about everything she releases, but I'm just not. I don't know what it is. I also know that she created a skin tint that's like a water tint, and I did not have the best luck with the Chanel water tint. I just don't think that it really works for me, so I didn't end up trying that. Like I just am feeling so-so about the brand in general. So the highlighter itself was just a very thick pressed cream. It wasn't very like soft and buttery and blendable. It felt like it was sort of just sitting on top of my skin like a powder would. And there are some cream to powder formulas that work very well. For example, I'm wearing the NYX Wonder Stick, which is like that dual-ended contour and highlighter stick. It's really beautiful. It's very easy to use. And even though it's more of a powdery cream, it still blends into the skin very well because the pigment just glides. This, because it was like pressed into a pan for some reason, it just, at the end of the day, it looked like it was sitting on top of my skin. It just wasn't for me. And it's actually kept me from buying the bronzer as well because I'm like, okay, well, the highlighter wasn't that great. The blush is good, but do I need the bronzer? No. If you've tried it, let me know. I am curious, but I probably won't buy it. Okay, the next thing are two different beauty sponges. And I typically wouldn't talk about beauty sponges in a favorites or a flops video, but recently I have tried probably 6 or 7 different sponges from different brands, and I just have a strong feeling about them. Because if a sponge is really good, it's something something that you don't even notice. Like, you just know that it's good and it's something that you can rely on. For example, the biodegradable sponge from EcoTools. It is my #1 favorite sponge. It actually made a favorites video. It is amazing and it is so inexpensive. So when I try a sponge from a brand like Kaja or RMS, which those are the two we're gonna talk about, and they're bad, it's like, why even make the sponge? It's like, for a prestige brand to make a sponge to be worth the money, it needs to be really, really good. And these two sponges were hard as a rock. So here's a clip from my empties video about the Kaja sponge, and someone commented that it sounded like I was talking about an ex-boyfriend, and I cannot get it out of my head. This sponge is hard as a rock. It doesn't really get bigger. It's a weird shape. Like, it doesn't get in the crevices of your skin. So the heart shaped sponge, it doesn't work. Like, the typical sponge shape is just what we need to stick with. Just trust and believe. But even still, the RMS sponge was literally a rock. Like, I brought this on vacation when I was in Florida with my family, and when I was tapping it on my face, you could hear it. It was like, I just don't recommend buying any sponges from any prestige brands outside of Beauty Blender. Like, they make an amazing sponge, but buy the biodegradable sponge from EcoTools. I promise you will not regret it. What you will regret is spending an arm and a leg on a rock and using that. Just don't. Okay, so let's talk about some mascara and eye products. It was so sad that this was a fail for me, but it just was. And that is the new Tarte tubing mascara. I'm so sad about this. I've been tagged in so many videos about this product of people being like, do you love it? You have to try it, you have to try it. And I unfortunately really don't like it. I was so excited because, one, I love Tarte. You guys know that. It's like my favorite larger brand that I like to support. The actual bottle itself, the packaging is so nice. It's like weighty, it's amazing. It's strictly the wand. It is strictly the wand. I love that it is called a tubing mascara. Like, that to me, we've been asking these brands to call it a tubing mascara for years. They did the damn thing. It's just the wand. This wand is a synthetic wand that has a little bit of a tapered shape, but the bristles are so short, you can barely see them here. The bristles are so short, there is no separation at all in your lashes. You get spider lashes immediately. And some people really like that look. I have a few friends who like the spidery lash look. If you like that look, you should try this because they definitely clump the lashes together. My favorite type of look is more of a fluttery, like, oh, she has on mascara, but it looks very natural. I want my lashes to be separated as possible, like almost every single one to be separated. So this just did not do it for me. I love that it's tubing, and I love that more brands are coming out with tubing mascaras and being very open about the fact that they're tubing. It was strictly the wand. The formula was fine. The wand picks up way too much product and doesn't separate your lashes at all. So very, very sad about that one. Another fail related to a product and its wand and just in general was the Keys Soulcare I Am Resilient eyebrow gel. Let's just go with that. This did jack squat. Literally jack squat for my eyebrows. I was actually planning on doing an entire review on the Keys Soulcare makeup with you guys, and I decided not to because it was so average that I didn't think it was worth filming an entire video on. I do have a TikTok on it. If you're interested, I can link it down below, but essentially the no makeup look has been there, done that, and has been done better by other brands. So if you're gonna spend your money for the no makeup look, buy Say Beauty, buy Tower 28, buy Kosas, but Keys Soulcare, to me, it hasn't done much for me. The highlighter is very smelly, like Lemon Pledge. The blushes were fine. The lip balms were fine. And the clear brow gel, which we're mentioning as this fail, literally was like putting water on my eyebrows. I had mentioned to you guys that I had tried one from Sephora that was like adding water to my eyebrows. This was just like that, and the wand is really big. So I was hopeful. It did literally nothing. If you're gonna spend money on a clear brow gel, let it be the one from Kosas, the Air Brow. 100% worth the money and will actually keep them in place. This did literally nothing. Nothing. And I'm sad because like the packaging is pretty. I was really having high hopes for this brand, and it's not that it was bad. Some products are bad, but it wasn't anything. It wasn't good. It was just blah. And I saw that she came out with some highlighters, so I'm very curious about them. Like, I will continue to try this brand and see what I can get out of it, but this ain't it. Okay, next up is a coverage style product from the Ulta Beauty brand. I will say I have had really freaking good luck with Ulta Beauty brand recently with a lot of their products. I am addicted to their lip oils. I love their Lash Flash mascara. They have some really good stuff in their line. I'm testing some skincare from them right now. They have a mineral tinted sunscreen that kind of reminds me of the feel of Ulta MD. A little bit of a lighter shade, which I know is actually a concern for a lot of people with Ulta MD. So I'll talk about that later if I end up really liking it. But I also love, as you know, the Complexion Crush from Ulta Beauty. I ended up helping create that product, so I might be a little bit biased, but it is a beautiful medium coverage foundation, glowy, buildable, absolutely stunning. So when I saw the Ulta Beauty Youthful Glow Foundation Serum Drops, I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. I want to try that out. It is unfortunately a floppity flop flop flop. Floppity flop flop flop. This is the weirdest product ever. I also have a friend that works for Ulta Beauty, and she mentioned she didn't really care for this product either. So at that point I was like, okay, it was already on the way, I'm gonna test it. But this, when you hear Youthful Glow Foundation Serum Drops, this is in the same line as the Youthful Glow Concealer, which I really, really, really like. So I assumed it would be lightweight, hydrating, and glowy. And what it is lightweight and mattifying, which is just not my vibe. If you are someone who is looking for more of like a skin tint type coverage, but you're very oily and prefer a matte finish, I think you would like this. I like the packaging. I like that it's in this like dropper bottle, but it is, oh, I just shook the crap out of it and literally only oil came out. Cool, cool, cool. Let's try this again. It's just not my vibe, you guys. It also says that it's light buildable coverage with a luminous finish. It's not. It's not at all. I do have a video of me applying this one that I will pop in so you guys can see, but it's like a dry oil. Okay, here we go. You can see that like oil ring around it. See how that just blends into like a completely matte finish? There's no luminosity to it at all, comparative to my face. Look at the difference. Wasn't for me. I think it wasn't, what I'm trying to say is it wasn't for me. What I'm trying to say is it wasn't for me. If you like a matte finish, it might be for you. I do like the fact that it's a low coverage matte. You usually can't find that on the market. It's usually like low coverage and dewy or high coverage and matte. It's very hard to find a mix of the two. So again, if you're oily, if you like the feel of more of like a powdery finish, like a dry oil, you might like this. But for me, it was not worth it. Okay. You know when you use something on your body and it doesn't work and like the BO mixes with it and it just like the smell of it and the BO of it all, like when you smell the product, even when it's not in the BO form, it still gives you BO feeling. That's how I feel about the Soulcare deodorants. I am just not built for a natural deodorant. I never have been, I never will be. I'm just not a person who can wear a natural deodorant on its own without anything else. So my deodorant routine, and this is in my body care video for 2021, the one that has worked for me the longest is using the Kosas Good Chemistry deodorant, which technically is a natural deodorant, but it is a serum and it has like an AHA base to it, so it's meant to help with the bacteria. It's not an antiperspirant. Then I spray the Dove 100 color spray on top of that. So I'm getting bacteria help for BO and I'm getting antiperspirant from the Dove. That has been the best combo for me. I have tried like probably 4 or 5 different natural deodorants this year and it's just not for me. It's not for me. And I was really excited about the Soulcare ones because the body washes and the lotions are so good. Like this brand is awesome, and if you can use a natural deodorant, I think you would like these. Like they are refillable packaging, so you just keep the bottom and then you just pull the top out and you just refill it with another one. I love the scents. They're the same scents as their body wash products, so you can have like a full matching routine of body wash, deodorant, and lotion if that's something you like. They also have an unscented lotion and body wash, but this did not work for my pits. I was so stinky because of this specific scent mixing with my BO. This is the Island Orchid scent. It's just kind of citrusy, islandy. No, flowery, floral, not citrusy, floral. I was really excited about this because the ingredients in here are salicylic acid, zinc, like things that you think would neutralize odor. It's something about this form of deodorant, like this sort of form, that I always know will not work for me. I don't know why. I really wish I could, but I can't. And maybe you can, and maybe you'll like these, but I have never stunk so stank. in my life. Again, that may not be just for Soulcare. That's also for like the 4 other kinds I tried this month, including the Mega Babe ones. Like, and I know those work for a lot of people, but I'm telling you, like, my stink is, it's like Thor with his Mjolnir, okay? He's gonna get through anything. But right now I have on my duo and I smell great. But also I do like, for those regular girlies and boys out there, I also like the Old Spice in the lavender scent. Very good. Like, that's gonna be in an empty soon. Okay, I'm done being negative for the day. I'm ready to give these away, put them behind me. If you have any questions on these products specifically, or if you like these or you found a way to make them work for you, share your skin type down below, share why you like these or why you don't like these so we can get more information in the community. And I will see you guys in the next video, more positive video, very soon. Bye.